Good Monday, makers. Welcome back to another episode of Maker Pipe Monday. It's so good to be with you guys. Hope you had a great weekend. I am joined by Jake here, as usual.
Hello, everybody. Hope everybody had a good weekend.
And we're going to check out some awesome builds. We got a great lineup, a lot of cool stuff here, some unexpected things. And thanks, everybody, for posting in the community, checking out the builds in the community. Let's get right into it. We've got a few here. And the first one we've got is this one by Dwayne. Dwayne is in production and video production, to be exact. So he's been working on this cart for all his gear. He's got a lot of gear in video production, right? And you need something to haul it all in. And they make commercial options for these carts. And as you imagine, they cost a ton. But Dwayne went in and made it himself. So this is version 1. He's got a simple axle hack where he runs the threaded rod through the conduit, mounted some wheels, and then boxed it off with some T's. Has a handle there, looking good. I like that, and you can see it in practice. And he's got some ideas on how to further improve it, but he says that the wheels are from Harbor Freight. They're 10-inch pneumatic wheels, air wheels, and probably followed the same hack that we outlined in a few videos and we've seen in the community by just running a piece of threaded rod and then locking it down with nuts on either end. But yeah, he's got a couple of press-in inserts, 1/4 and 3/16 in the ends of the pipes for different mounting points. I mean, that's like a common microphone and camera mount, so that's really handy if you need to, I guess, use it as a dolly. I don't know that he is, but you definitely could. But yeah, looks like a great build and really resourceful. And again, I've seen ads for these, hundreds of dollars.
Oh yeah,
hundreds of dollars, and I don't know. What do you think he's got into this, Jake? Probably
maybe like 200. I think I just said probably like 200 times. I was trying to make sure that my mic was
probably, definitely, probably twice is definitely, I think.
Yeah.
So you just canceled it out.
Right.
But yeah, awesome build. Really appreciate Dwayne, and I hope it gives you years of service and you make some fantastic videos with it as well. Really cool build.
Yeah, and you can see like most camera equipment, like tripods, sliders, all those different things are all just like long pipes and just kind of like long fixtures and things. So, making a cart like this, that's just, has protected like horizontal pipes that you can just set stuff in is a really simple way to move stuff around.
Right.
You can see he's got monopods, tripods, and then underneath he's got that flat spot for, all the bag. Usually all your loose stuff is in a bag like that. So just makes a lot of sense to have something simple like that. And he's got the pipes protected too.
With pipe insulation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but these 45s are a really great way to store something. I like that. And then all along the top, these are not cheap. These tripods are crazy. So definitely some pro gear being supported by Maker Pipe. Awesome.
Yeah, super sweet.
Nice. Okay, cool. Next build we have is kind of a project here, and this person is building a patio shade house for plants, and got a hold of the mini connectors. Mini connectors are a great way to prototype something if you haven't seen, and they used all of them. They said they were running out of mini connectors, and one of the things that really are so good about the mini connectors is you can make mistakes in your design, share your design, and do that before you even cut the first piece of conduit. You're only cutting straws. And that's kind of the design iteration here. This is the first design, and then a post a little bit later had some design revisions. So I think that's cool. But the whole thing is that you could put shade cloth on the top of it, and then also have a lot of shelves for plants underneath. And you're saying, what the shelves could be made of anything, 2x4s, plywood, whatever's on hand. And the keys are making a real solid structure that you can have shelves, but also being able to drape the shade cloth on top and then have a door as well. This is an early revision. I don't see a door here, but they added this door and didn't want the pipe in the bottom to trip over. And although it's going to be on a concrete pad, also didn't want to drill it and anchor it into the concrete. So this triangular brace was to kind of reinforce that wall. If you just had these connectors, it might be a little bit floppy. And that's a couple of the questions that were asked, is this a good way to reinforce a corner of a door without drilling it in? And I think it is. Another thing that comes to mind maybe is a sandbag on top of that pipe to kind of hold it down if you're not going to anchor it. So that was one question in this. And then also how, structurally sound are they making good choices as far as their design? So if you kind of pick it apart a little bit, and I take a little bit more of a critical eye to it. I think it's good. I think it's great, and it'll definitely do the trick. One thing I would suggest is turning these 90-degree connectors so the centerpiece is on the vertical. That makes them pretty strong that way. And then these verticals are great. These supports, I assume these are going to be the shelves. And you even got a 45 brace here, which will help with the rigidity. The big thing that I'd like to suggest as an option is making, if you can, and I don't know how big this is, but if you can make this top pipe continuous through this junction, so use a 90 here instead of a 4-way, that's going to really support this overhang. And that's kind of a critical thing. If you break up the pipe right here and connect it with a joint, you might get some leverage on it. So consider either making this one big pipe or putting a coupling here and using a continuous pipe till you get to these 135s for the awning. I think that'll really strengthen up that awning part. But great progress so far. And then there's this is kind of V2 where they did a few updates, and there you go. Turn the 90s with the vertical. Great idea there. Okay, and then incorporate some supports for the benches. I like that. That's cool. And then used those horizontals to also reinforce where the door was going to be, and kind of has a pass through. That's neat. I like that design. And so just take a look at that 4-way, and I think you've got a solid design there. Also use of the 45s. Really cool. So yeah, keep us posted. Love the design, and we can't wait to see some plants on this. Really neat build.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think it's great. And we got a few people in chat. Just want to say good morning and hello to Dusty. We got MKE Gadgets as well. Also have John G, Harlan, and Let My People Go.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Thanks for stopping by.
John says, "What's up, my fastener connector gurus?"
Awesome. Thanks for stopping by. It's nice to see some people in the chat. This next build is kind of a wild story. So I was spending some time with my parents, and my dad was just surfing the news, and he was in the New York Times Style magazine, just checking things out. He likes to take a look at artists from now and again. And one morning, he's kind of flipping through this article, and it's about the Art of Mary Mattingly. And there's a whole feature on her. She does some really interesting artwork. He loves the crossword puzzles and this stuff, and then he gets into this too. But he's scrolling through this, and then this catches his eye. And, anything, we're like, is that maker pipe? Could that be? And believe it or not, in the New York Times Magazine, here's the Art of Mary Mattingly featured with maker pipe. And we look closer, and, believe it or not, it's our connectors, which is so cool. Mind-blowing to just happen across this, right? She didn't share this with us. Certainly the New York Times didn't share this with us. But what she made here, And this is an art installation that she has put in several places in the world, but it's called Water Time, and she did it in 21. And I'll read this. It's a sculptural water clock that speeds up and slows down in accordance with changes in the temperature. It was installed in Montana for a certain installation, then remade in Ecuador before being rebuilt in her studio and place in Governor's Island, where she has some of her artwork now. But yeah, that's pretty wild. I mean, I don't know how it works, but it looks like, it looks like a science experiment, right? You got beakers and tubes all over the place, and then an interesting use of conduit. Definitely has a different look than a lot of the stuff we normally see. Yeah, you've got some 90 degrees here. It's drilled through 180s in different ways. I like this one that kind of goes up and there's a pipe running to it. So really cool story. So proud that our products are kind of making their way into mainstream media outlets. I mean, and what a compliment for an artist like Mary to use our stuff. That's really cool.
Yeah, really awesome. Sorry, I was reading chat. Yeah, super cool. My dream is to like be driving around and just look over in somebody's backyard and be like, "Is that maker pipe?" And then just like pull over. And I don't know if that's a good idea, but I just want to see maker pipe in somebody's backyard. So it's always cool to see maker pipe out in the wild, especially if you find it something like this.
Yeah, and I haven't had that experience either. I can't wait until I just see maker pipe out in the wild, unprompted. Definitely something that's interesting too. But you can check this out. The article's The Optimistic Art of Mary Mattingly, and she has done a lot of neat things. Some of the other things is like she made this barge that had a whole ecosystem and floated around New York City with a workspace and different things. Solar and water that looked like an interesting project. But if you want to find more about her art, you can check out this article. She also has a studio in Governor's Island called Swale. There it is. There, Swale Lab is a workshop and exposition space. So yeah, very cool. Neat to see. Here we've got a couple of reviews. Always love reviews. Thanks, guys, for putting these in. We got the first one by Dennis G. and pictures, and this is a mega tree ring. So this is a holiday sort of themed. And I think what a mega tree is you basically create the structure of a Christmas tree and then string lights from the top peak all the way down to the bottom and have this ring. So this one's in a semicircle. Maybe it's just you look at one side of it, right? But I think it might have a center post, and then you just string lights from the top center post down to this semicircle down there.
Yeah, you're right. I've seen stuff whenever I was looking up, because that's what I kind of assumed they were before I looked it up and did some research. So I guess like you have that facing towards the road or towards the audience. So you only need like half a circle on some of them if you kind of want to just make it as it appears like a whole tree. Or some people bend the full circle and do, but then they have, like, you're right, they have that center pipe and they drape down the lights to it.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. And so Dennis G, he's saying these products make any DIY project easy. It came together so quick with maker pipe connectors. Awesome. Thanks for the kind words. That's really great to hear. We've got another one here, and this is a review for the OT connector as well. Both these, and this is a neat one in New York by Edouard. This is actually some fall protection. So this looks to be like a rooftop New York space, and this is, I guess, how you access. This is the access to the roof, and I imagine there's some stairs or things, and or maybe this is the way you get up there with this ladder. And
I think
then
it is.
Needed some more, some more places to hold on to. But yeah, I think that is. I think that's the ladder, and this is aiding climbing up. Wow,
Okay.
that's intense.
Yeah, they've got galvanized pipe there, kind of a mixture of conduit and galvanized pipe. And yeah, my guess was going to be some kind of, because they talked about adjustable angle hinge in the review.
Hmm.
So my guess was going to be, something like that, or maybe even a cover that just covers it, because it doesn't look like there's any kind of, protection there from like weather and stuff. So I thought maybe it was also like a flip up cover, but I don't know. They don't really say in the review.
Right.
Lets our imagination run free.
Because it says T connectors are very handy. Adjustable hinge connector needs an extra screw to tighten the link. See
Mm-hmm.
pictures. Yeah, I think so. The adjustable angle, it does hold tight, but not under a lot of stress, right?
You're still on me, just so you know.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, the under a lot of stress, the adjustable hinge connector can't hold as much as the other connectors. But I like the combination of different materials. Like Jake was saying, there is.
That always happens like once per stream.
Okay. We had a noise in our headphones, but I like the combination of the galvanized, which is a thicker wall tubing, especially for fall protection or anything structural. Having the strongest pipe and connectors you can is really recommended. So the mixed use of conduit and water pipe, galvanized pipe, is kind of cool. And you can see it's integrated into this concrete lip too. There's pipes going through. So really wild. What a unique application, but very cool. I also like these leveling feet in the back. I think that's to support it down to the concrete. It wasn't quite level, and these are a threaded clamp with kind of a base. A lot going on there. So really appreciate those photos. Love seeing it. Thanks for the review, Edward. Okay, here we go. Another one. This is actually an update from one that Jake showed last week. You guys might have seen this. It's a holiday light display where they use these indexable LED lights in an array, and the maker pipe is simply just holding that up as a display. And you can see there's kind of some of the displays. There's a mega tree.
Oh yeah.
Or, I don't know if that's mega enough, but it looks pretty big.
It's taller than the roof.
Taller than the roof. That's pretty good. And then this is the pixel indexable LEDs up there that are controlled by a programmer. That's going ahead there. But we got an update with a video. So this is a video uploaded to the community of the light show. Let's check this out.
You can see that in the middle there, dancing around on that screen. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Well, awesome. Thanks so much, Anonymous, for the update. Great project. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. And even though Maker Pipe is a small part of your home display, we appreciate it and love seeing it. So looks great. I hope it has a good long season. A lot of people appreciate that. Here is a review. We just got tons of reviews. This is great. So this is by Scott B. And Scott B says, I followed the MakerPipe YouTube video on the DIY racing sim cockpit and adapted it to make a triple monitor stand for my existing cockpit. Works great. Saved a bunch of money. Loved hearing that. And used the adjustable pieces for the side monitor mounts as an infinite adjustability. I love it. Yeah, this is really cool to see because Jake and I, Jake really did the building of the racing sim video we did a while ago. And he did it with a triple monitor, just like this. So how close is this to your design, Jake?
It's pretty much the exact same. I think because I think the one that we made had just two verticals in the back that was kind of attached to the main cube that the steering wheel and all that was attached to.
Mm-hmm.
But I think on this one they just don't have that cube. They basically just have the verticals attached to their to their main rig that they already had.
Sure.
But it's the 45s, the T's, all that is pretty much the exact same.
Yep. Definitely use the monitor hack
Mm-hmm.
and the same sort of mounting. And then you're right, just the verticals there, which looks like it interfaces to some degree with the actual commercial cockpit.
Yeah, I think a lot of the like pre-built ones have an option where you can like they had it in front of their TV,
Mm-hmm.
or they have an adapter to attach the like a third party monitor mount. So.
Yeah. There's the huge TV
Mm-hmm.
that was. And I got to say, like when you did this, I keep saying we, but I just raced it. You did, you did the work.
You helped a lot with it.
Thanks. That's kind of you. But it's really, I mean, it's pretty immersive with the 3 panels. It gives you that kind of wraparound effect. So really,
Yeah, it's pretty cool, and the fact that he's got the adjustable angles there to adjust the side, because having it at 45 degrees doesn't it's not quite perfect sometimes, and depending on like the car and the game and stuff. So being able to adjust the monitor, he swapped out adjustable angles at the top there.
you're saying right here.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. So instead of a 45, which you used,
Mm-hmm.
he could, and because this swivels around that vertical pipe, you can kind of pick your angle.
Right.
Oh, neat.
Which is great.
I'd say that's an improvement over the original one.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a really good idea because being able to adjust it and actually get it as true as possible to what it's like in the car makes it that much more immersive.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Well, cool. Thanks, Scott B. Appreciate the review and love seeing that. It's really cool to lead somebody down a path and have it actually be built. So that's great. Here we got a Facebook build from Dan. He made a structure for his boat for a duck blind. Looks like. Check this out. It's pretty simple. It's got just these bent pipes that attach with some 1-hole or 2-hole straps right to the seats here.
He's got them sleeved there, so you can take it out easier.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. You're right. He's got 3/4 inch conduit and then maybe 1/2 inch. Or
maybe 1 inch.
1 inch and 3/4. Let's look at the connectors. Yeah, that must be it. It must be 1 inch because these are 3/4 inch connectors. And he's got the frame going all the way around the boat, and then has a kind of a swing open door. So he used this clevis pen, I believe, drilled through conduit, and then hinged it out with one of the adjustable connectors. So you can actually swing out the front of this, get access to the front of the boat and the seat. So yeah, awesome, simple build. I hope that saved him a bunch of money. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate you tagging us in that.
Yeah, really cool because that's one of the main challenges, attaching to a boat and then being able to quickly remove it, because a lot of people not only hunt but they want to fish as well, so they don't want to, in the off season of duck hunting or fowl hunting, they don't want to haul that around if they don't have to, especially trying to cast a rod with all those pipes there. Probably wouldn't be very fun. So being able to quickly remove it like that, and that's why they did the sleeve, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And even those pins, just separating the halves, taking the bottom out super quick. Really
It is
cool.
a slick way to mount it. I imagine that this is an interior piece of sheet metal, so drilling into it's no big deal. It's the seat, and then you've got these nice bends that bring it up to 90. Yeah, it's a good solution for sure. Check out this one. This one's wild. Okay, so I go to Jake. I'm like, what is this? Before we got on the stream, because I only saw this picture. But this is a stand for a tortoise environment. So you got a tortoise environment, and that structure that we just looked at is the underneath of this. There's another picture with some lights overhead, and it just raises it up, which seems fantastic. Just a simple use. And then here's kind of an overhead rig that's incorporated where you can customize the lights and everything like that. But yeah, boy, tortoise stand enclosure and light hanging. Who knew, right? I mean, that's just one of those wild things. First time on me, but really cool. I'm glad it worked for him.
Yeah. Yeah, super cool. I'm gonna build one of those. That's gonna be my new office. I'm just gonna chill in one of those enclosures. Just hang out in there.
What do you mean?
I'm just gonna build that. That's gonna be my new office. That enclosure. I'm just gonna build like a Jake enclosure and hang out in it.
Okay. Where's this going to be?
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put balls in there and make a ball pit.
Where's this going to be?
I'll just move my desk.
Okay. Like out of Maker Pipe?
Yeah,
Just kidding. Okay.
that would
Yeah.
be a good ball pit too.
Lisa, awesome build. Very unique. Thanks for posting that.
Actually, you know who built that?
No.
Christian Casala, I think. He's the guy that built the crutches.
Oh, the ball pit you're talking about.
No. That enclosure.
This enclosure?
Christian that built the crutches whenever his girlfriend or fiance hurt her ankle.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, this is his tortoise enclosure too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I expect that sort of creativity from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate you posting that. Here is one. We've got another holiday theme. This one is wild. So you've seen these probably before, the sleigh, right, with the reindeer. Well, this year, the reindeer are mounted with Maker Pipe. So you've got, the sleigh, right? But the center section that's holding up all the wire reindeer is made with Maker Pipe. You got conduit that's kind of bent in that arcing takeoff motion, and then 180s and T's support the reindeer. It looks like it's painted white or wrapped white, and you also have some verticals there to support the whole thing. So really, and it's on a trailer, I guess to move it around to wherever you need it. And there's a good look at the reindeer taking off, Rudolph in front.
Or maybe even as like a float in like a Christmas parade or something.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Santa can sit in there and just drive down the road.
I bet that's it. That's a good idea. But Kimber posted that. Kimber Lawrence, thanks so much for posting that one. It's nice. We're getting some holiday builds. It's nice to get some holiday cheer going on.
Yeah, it's great. I always love this time of year and seeing all the I'm trying to type in chat at the same time. But yeah, I always love seeing all the holiday builds. We usually do a roundup. I guess once it gets a little bit closer to Christmas, we'll do a light roundup of everything.
Yeah, but now's the time. Now's the time to get ready. We've seen a lot of holiday kind of prepping builds, right? Somewhere around, well, we haven't even hit Halloween yet.
I know.
But I mean, these builds are involved. It takes a lot of work. Really love seeing them. So good luck with your holiday builds. Send them our way. Post them in the community. And thank you for everybody that posted to the community. We love seeing these builds. Keep it coming, and we'll keep talking about them. And we appreciate everybody that stopped by. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, everybody. See you later.
All right. Take care.